The next assessment I'm going to do is just to identify where your most comfortable font size or print size is. What I want you to try and do is to read down. This is a selection of different fonts. You'll see it's a nice open bold print, which most people with this sort of condition tend to find reasonably accessible. If on camera to have a look, be able to see that the font size reduces down to quite small. Okay, so what I'd like you to do, I'm not going to clip it on because I think that you probably fly through the first bits quite quickly and it is double-sided. So if you could just read down there until you start to find it difficult and then let me know which font size.
Aloud? Or
Indeed.
right. Blue skies, golden sand. Jack leaned on the stone wall as he gazed out to sea. He could just see a small yellow sailing boat in the distance. It was close hauled because of the fresh sea breeze. The sun warmed his back as he watched from his vantage point on top of the tower. Jack could sense the enjoyment of the yachtsmen as they battled to sail around the headland and reach the calmer water of the bay. He imagined that he could hear the sound of their cheers carried to him on the summer breeze now that they had won the race. Jack smiled as he turned to walk down to the harbour with thoughts of the cosy village inn, a roaring fire and some liquid refreshments to go with a tasty lunch. As he entered the inn, the landlord greeted him by name and reached for Jack's favourite tankard.
Okay, what I need you to do now is to stop bringing it closer to your face. I'm going to hold on to it now. You get it at a comfortable reading distance for, let's say, that one. You could do that one quite easily.
Yeah, I can do that.
Okay?
Yeah.
Right, I'm going to hold on to this now so you're not moving it. Or your head. Let's carry on from the top box.
It was close hauled because of the fresh sea breeze. The sun warmed his back as he watched from his vantage point on top of the tower. Jack could sense the enjoyment of the yachtsmen as he battled to sail around the headland and reach the calmer waters of the bay. He imagined that he'd hear the sound of their cheers carried to him on the summer breeze, now that they had won the race. Jack smiled as he turned to walk down to the harbour with thoughts of the cosy village inn, a roaring fire and some liquid refreshment to go with a tasty lunch. As he entered the inn, the landlord greeted him by name and reached for Jack's favourite tankard. Without being asked to fill it with strong local cider, Jack joined old Ben, the retired lighthouse keeper. He was sitting in his usual place by the fire. After a lonely life working in an isolated lighthouse, Ben enjoyed the friendship of the locals as he spent a life... I can't see that.
Okay then. I think for me, you started to slow down around about here, between here and here.
Yeah.
Okay, so...
I think it was because of the spacing.
Yeah.
I had to sort of look around the words.
Okay. Which is great because that means you're already starting to use the technique that I'm going to be teaching you. Which is, some people do it automatically, others really don't. And actually, some people never get it. They never get how to do this.
Yeah.
But I think by the sounds of things, you've got to start to use it as a coping strategy already, which is good because it'll take you a longer way.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so that, excuse me for 1 second, that's N16. So for the purposes of the speed reading test, have you got your trainers on? We'll use N16.
Okay.
Okay, right, if you want to pause.